Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alexandra and I'm so excited for today's makeover. We're going Grandma-Chic living room edition. Let's get started. Before we get into it, you guys have actually lowered the stat of how many people come back week after week watching these videos who aren't yet subscribed. It used to be over half of you, but now we're at 42.4? 42.8% of you, which means people are subscribing. I'm really excited that we're so close to 1 million subscribers, but I need your help to get there. So if you're watching on your TV, you can click my little photo in the circle. There's a little subscribe button, you can click it. If you're watching on your phone, just hit the subscribe button and help me get to 1 million. In this video, I'm helping Andreanne make over her tiny little living room. Let's hop on a call with her to get to know her and the space and what she's looking for. I'm so thrilled that we get to do this for you. So congrats for winning a makeover.
I'm so excited.
So this call is really just to get to understand what you're looking for, go over your inspo, the colors you're drawn to. Tell me about the space.
We moved into the house summer last year, so it's been a while. I was really excited to have this blank space, and we painted the walls white as kind of a placeholder. And I thought I'd make all these design decisions, and I feel so overwhelmed by the fact that the room is currently empty. There's nothing to go on from. I don't know where to start, and every time I go to sit down and kind of make a design decision, there's so many possibilities.
Yeah.
I'm worried I'm making the wrong decision.
I think this is so common. Like, so many people have said that to me. It's kind of like design paralysis, right? Like, there's so much inspo out there. There's so many paint colors. Like, how do you choose? So I totally understand. What are you hoping for in terms of like functionality for this space? Is this kind of a place where you envision like entertaining, like with a coffee table and a couple chairs? Do you want a TV in this space? How do you want it to function for you?
Yeah, so we'd like a cozy, warm space, definitely entertaining. We're not big entertainers in terms of throwing dinner parties, but we like having people over to chat and have a cup of coffee. And then in terms of TV, we always had the intention of putting a TV over the fireplace. However, there aren't a ton of outlets.
Okay.
I really love the fireplace, but I think it could use a facelift. It's a little dated.
So tell me like what your vision for the fireplace would be.
Storage for books would be really amazing. Kind of bookshelves on either side.
Okay.
I like the green. It's the frame around it. It doesn't have any charm.
Totally.
It's boxy. It's clearly kind of slapped together to give an extra surface, but I don't think a lot of thought went into it.
Yeah.
I think there's so much more we could do with that. I would love to have a wood mantle.
Sorry, just to confirm, you're okay with losing the green tile?
We're not attached to any parts of it, honestly.
Okay, so entertaining, cozy TV spot, book storage, anything else in terms of functionality?
One of the things we're looking for would be to keep some sort of curtains or blind situation. The street is quite busy at night, so people can see straight into our living room.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then lighting, it doesn't look like there's any overhead lights.
That's been one of the issues with the room, that we just don't have any light source in there right now. So in the evening, it's completely pitch black.
So I'm thinking like sconces, floor lamps, table lamps, wherever we can bring those in.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, let's move on to your inspo. I'm so excited about it. It's really like charming, vintage, inspired, lots of character.
I started pinning those really charming English cottage images when I was trying to make the green in the fireplace work and kind of see how other people were incorporating color in their fireplace and what we could do. Like, could we tile it? Could we paint over it? Like, I had all these ideas.
Yeah.
I want warmth, I want cozy. I wanted it to give a little bit of the Gilmore Girls dragonfly in if it was made today.
That's so fun. I love that reference. And I think what's so prevalent in your inspo images is like really layering a ton of pattern, a ton of color, mixing and matching patterns that you might not typically mix together. And it creates this really like eclectic but warm and cozy vibe, which I love. Colors that you pinned, there seems to be a lot of pink, a lot of blues, and a lot of greens.
Pink is very much in my comfort zone in everywhere. It's fashion, beauty, home decor. Pink is really something that feels really natural and comfortable to me. But also, I don't know what it is about blue recently. I've been finding myself
Me too.
more and more into the blues. You know, you're so good at mixing patterns and I don't have the confidence to do that. But when I see it done really well, I'm like drawn to it and I like it and I think it looks so beautiful.
Okay, cool. I'm so excited about this.
Too. I'm so glad you're doing this. I really feel like I'm in the best hands.
Thank you. That's really nice. Okay, so I will see you on reveal day, but of course we'll be in touch before then. And yeah, thanks again for applying.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye. Andreanne's inspo is so beautiful. It's like warm and cozy. There's patterned wallpaper. There's lots of character in the details, like this beautiful wood fireplace, Grandma-Chic at its core. So here's what I'm thinking. I love this paint color. It's called Jawbreaker, and it is the perfect pink hue. So we're gonna cover the walls and the ceiling in this color. And then the key to making this feel like the Dragonfly Inn is going really eclectic. So mixing and matching patterned wallpaper with a really fun patterned rug, different patterns in the textiles, and then bringing in blue, I know Andreanne loves the color blue, into some checkered fireplace tiles. As the weather gets warmer and my schedule gets filled up with fun activities and vacations and of course my full-time job, it's really important to me to stay consistent with therapy, which is why I'm so excited that BetterHelp is sponsoring today's video. Therapy for me has been, without sounding too dramatic, really life-changing. And even though social media and YouTube is definitely a highlight reel, just like everyone else, I have really tough moments and struggle as well. Therapy helps center myself, it helps me feel validated in what I'm feeling, and makes my relationships with the people around me so much stronger. During these busier months, I love that BetterHelp offers flexibility. You can do therapy from your phone or your computer via video chat, phone calls, or messaging, whatever you feel most comfortable with. First, you go to their site. You can use my link betterhelp.com/Gater. You answer a few questions and BetterHelp will match you to a therapist they think can help you out the most. The therapist they pick for you will have a ton of experience dealing with whatever you're going through. Every single one of their therapists is licensed, has a master's degree or a doctorate degree, and has spent over 3 years and 1,000 hours working with people just like you. But if for some reason the match isn't quite right, you can easily switch to a new therapist with the click of a button in your settings. Let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist who can support you all from the comfort of your own home. Use my link betterhelp.com/Gater or choose Alexandra Gater on the sign up page and enjoy a special discount on your first month. Okay, so it's officially day one. Dave is over at Andreanne's painting out the whole room, walls and ceiling in this beautiful color, Jawbreaker. This is gonna become my entire new personality, so warning to everyone. Dave is also painting the doors in this Benjamin Moore color called Gentleman's Gray. It's this really beautiful, rich navy color. Good morning, everyone. So I am seeing the paint color IRL for the first time. Alana was sending me update photos yesterday. This color is definitely my new favorite color, and you guys know what happens when I find a new paint color that I love. I'm like, where can I paint this in my house? And I also love that even though we painted the ceiling, it doesn't feel too dark in here. It doesn't feel cave-like. It just looks really, really, really beautiful. So we're gonna start first thing by adding some peel and stick wallpaper to this wall. Because you guys know it wouldn't be a Grandma-Chic living room without some wallpaper, right? I often get asked where I like to get peel and stick wallpaper from. Love Timberly Interiors. This is who we're using today for wallpaper.
Instructions?
Vintage Garden. Okay, let's get it up on the wall.
A bit more energy.
Okay, let's get it up on the wall.
Okay, less energy than that.
More energy, more passion, more passion.
More footwork. More footwork.
Go. Aye, more passion, more passion, more passion, more energy, more footwork.
Okay, let's get it up on the wall. Okay, let's get it up on the wall.
No, why are you possessed?
Okay, let's do it. So Dave cut into this blank wall that we're gonna wallpaper with the ceiling and wall paint. And this is just so that if there are any gaps, which there usually are because walls typically aren't straight, you won't really notice because the wall will be the same color as the rest of the room. If you've never watched our videos before, Graham and I like to hang wallpaper using a laser level, or you could use a level and a pencil. Either one works. We always like to do this with the first panel. We line up the edge to the laser level line so that we know our panels going forward are gonna be straight. I feel like we haven't used peel and stick in a while. This is a real
This is a real, well, don't jinx it.
Graham and I are cutting the wallpaper in a diagonal around the fireplace so we can seamlessly fit it in place.
Stunning.
Wow, stunning.
God, what? Oh my god.
Cramps!
This is bad.
Holy shit, this is really bad.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, don't jinx it. Okay, put your fingers in the tube and just pull from there. And then I'll pull.
Wait.
Because I'm pulling, I'm just pulling you with me.
I'm so scared it's gonna rip. No, it's good. It's fine. We were too busy talking about butterfly butts. Then we got distracted.
Flashback.
What do you call the body of a butterfly?
Larva? What is it?
Larva.
The proboscis.
What?
Isn't it called like the...
That's what you call like their butt. You know how their butt like it moves?
James, fact check.
Wait, you know what a butterfly's butt is called?
Yeah, it's like ants have it too.
Can someone Google this?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the little nubbin.
Yeah.
While we were talking about butterfly butts.
End of flashback.
Okay.
Let's put this in the next room. Yeah, we've got more than that.
Now, trimming off the excess wallpaper, this wall is looking so good. Okay, Graham and I are going to continue wallpapering using a product that I've never used before. This is so cool. So this is wallpaper trim. We're just going to add trim to the top of the ceiling, but it's in wallpaper form, which is really, really cool. This is pasted, so we do have to use wallpaper paste, but really great to like experiment with a fun style. So we are tag teaming this. Graham is putting the paste on the wall and I am placing the trim down. We are going back and just taking off any excess paste with water and a rag. This is crucial. You don't want the paste to dry on the wall or you'll be able to see it. We are cutting in the corner so you won't actually see the seam when the roll ends. So we can't use paste on the peel and stick wallpaper behind me, and I want to carry the trim all the way around the room. That makes the most sense. So we're gonna use a spray adhesive. We're gonna go outside, spray it, bring it back in, and attach it to the peel and stick wallpaper that way. This trim is from Autoline. This looks really, really good. That was really easy for us to install too. I definitely think you need 2 people.
I'm sorry, but it perfectly lines up. You see that? What are the chances?
Okay, so next up, we are going to mount these shelves on either side of the fireplace. These are from Article. They have book storage. They've got little clothes storage down here. The thing I need to figure out though is spacing. So this fireplace is totally off center on this wall. So we can't really create this like balanced built-in effect. There will be some like dead space on the right, but we're just gonna have to lean into it. I want you guys to know that I stepped back and I tried the second one centered on the right side of the fireplace, but nothing was really feeling right. So even though these bookshelves are uncentered on the wall, I really don't feel like there's any other option. We're just going with the uncenteredness. of this fireplace, like really just leaning into it. They're asymmetrical, they're not symmetrical. I think we're done for today. I think I'm gonna sign off. We've got a lot accomplished. My favorite part definitely is the scallop trim. It looks so good. And I really, really can't wait to pull this room together tomorrow. I'm also gonna be wearing a cute outfit.
Nice.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi guys. Carla, I ended yesterday by saying that I was gonna wear a cute outfit today. This is the set outfit. Except that I just checked my email and a troll told me that I should get professional hair, makeup, and clothing help.
The outfit is.
Thanks. Anyways, we are starting the day with a very, very, very exciting piece for this space. We're covering the fireplace. Yeah, you heard that right. And we're making it removable. So we went back and forth a lot about what we were gonna do with this fireplace. And because it is a working fireplace, so it produces heat, it's like a gas fireplace, we needed to use real tile, something that wasn't going to catch on fire. We needed to use real tile. If you have a non-working fireplace, a fireplace that does not produce heat, you could use peel and stick tile. But again, emphasis on if your fireplace is non-working and does not produce heat. To build the Fireplace Surround, Graham picked up some 3/4 inch construction grade plywood. He cut the plywood into 3 pieces, 2 side pieces and 1 front piece. Graham used his track saw and jigsaw to cut out the firebox from the Fireplace Surround. He glued the sides together and used some construction screws for some added support. For the tile, he's temporarily attaching a wood border around each side of the Fireplace Surround, which will allow Graham to properly butt the tile up to the edge and space out the tiles properly. He's using some acrylic latex tile adhesive that we had left over from a previous project. Graham is using 1/8 of an inch flexible spacers to space the tiles and a 1/4 inch notched trowel to apply the adhesive. Hot tip from Graham here, when you're applying the adhesive, push or pull the notched trowel in at a slight angle, not a perfect 90 degrees. This is gonna give you nice consistent rows and valleys in the adhesive for the tile to stick to. We're using these blue and white squared tiles from the tile store to create a checkerboard look. As Graham is tiling, he's putting 2 spacers on each side of the tile and cleaning up any excess adhesive with a wet cloth and water as he goes. Graham also put some decorative oak trim, cutting down 3/4 inch white oak panels. He's using wood glue to adhere the trim to the surround, clamping everything together and is going to leave it overnight to dry. Now that the glue is dry, Graham is sanding everything down using 220 grit sandpaper and using our router with a roundover bit to round the wooden exterior corners of the Fireplace Surround. Now he's going to start grouting. He's coming back in with a clean, dry rag and removing any of the grout haze. He's sealing the grout with tile and grout sealer to prevent any stains. Okay, now on to the mantle. Graham is gluing 2 10-inch oak boards side by side and clamping them until they dry. He's sanding them down with a belt sander and a random orbital sander until they're flush with one another. Graham is rounding the edges of the mantle using his router with a roundover bit. Now, using the table saw set at 45 degrees, he's cutting 1 large length of oak so that each edge is at a 45-degree angle. He's gluing them together using blue painter's tape and brad nails. He's now sealing the mantle with antique Danish oil to match the fireplace trim. I know. What the heck? We could have just left the fireplace like this, but why not add a removable mantle, right? Why not? Pardon me? If Andrienne ever wanted to leave, she just takes the mantle off, takes the cover off, and Bob's your uncle. Bob is literally your uncle, as we've established, but that's it. This is wild. Even though this is pretty secure as is, Graham and I are gonna add 2 screws just to make it extra secure. But before we do that, we're gonna hang the TV because we're going to put the wires behind the mantle. So this is the Samsung Frame TV, which means that we can actually put a frame around this. So it's not just a black box, and we're also gonna add art once it's plugged in. This is the box that everything connects to. So Graham and I decided that we are going to drill a little hole at the back for this cable, and this box is going to sit in the drawer, so it's nice and concealed. We're gonna cord cover this, put this little bit behind the mantle, fits nicely in there. And then there is an outlet behind this shelf. We are going to drill a square for the outlet so the outlet's accessible and keep the box in the drawer. Power bar going in, just in case she wants to plug in other stuff. I am going to put all of these cords in this drawer.
No, you have to.
Oh.
Oh my.
So there's just one little piece of cord here that's exposed. No problem. Graham and I are gonna add 2 screws into the mantle just to make it extra secure. If they ever did leave or wanna remove this fireplace, they'd just undo the screws and then everything would slide off. Fireplace is done. So exciting. We're gonna move on to this side of the room. Okay, rug time. Woo! You love it, right? I knew it. I knew Carla would like this rug. It's beautiful. It's funky, but it still has that like vintage look to it. Let's bring the sofa in. Do you know what color we went with? One of my favorite article sofa colors ever. It's Yarrow Gold. This is the Sven sofa from Article, the exact one I'm sitting on, just not in sectional. Oh, sorry.
There you go.
This one. Look at this sofa against the pink wall. Oh my goodness. Wowza. Okay, we are gonna be adding this really fun fringe to the bottom of the sofa. I feel like this fits the style so well, but sofas with fringe on them are generally really expensive. So we thought we'll just add it to Article sofa. There's like a piece of wood here, so that's where we're gonna staple it to. This is from Deco Pro on Etsy. Nice, that was nice, it was satisfying. I can't stress enough how easy this is. Whoa, that is so cool. I wasn't really sure what to expect, if I'm honest. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna look like we DIY'd it, but this looks like a fringe sofa that you could buy anywhere. This thrifted chair is probably the comfiest chair I've maybe ever sat in, which I realize is saying a lot. It's so vibey, it's so eclectic, very grandma-chic, and it was meant to be in this room. Bringing in another thrifted piece, this beautiful coffee table. Look at that. I love how we're mixing old and new pieces. It's really adding to this very eclectic vibe. Lots of patterns, lots of colors, lots of old, lots of new. It's definitely a vibe in here. This beautiful floor light is from Mitzi. I have to add in lots of lighting sources here because the room has no overhead light. Next up, I'm adding some really cute curtains. These curtains are from Enna Premium on Etsy, and let me tell you, they sure do feel premium. They're so soft, and I love the pink stripe. So instead of hanging these curtains through the loop at the top, I actually folded them over and then put them on curtain clips, just to give it that granny chic vibe, you know? To really elongate the walls, I hung the curtain rod pretty close to the ceiling, and that just gives the illusion that these ceilings are higher than they actually are. So to complete this little window, I had this custom bench cushion made. The fabric is from Tonic Living. Okay, wow. I love how this is extra seating. Also in the summer with the windows open, I feel like this would be such a good little reading corner. I'm gonna add some cushions to complete it, but love it up here. You can even just...
They could rent this out as a bedroom.
Yeah. This is where the guests sleep. It's nice in here.
1 bedroom plus den.
Okay, let's bring some cushions in. These are all HomeSense cushions we love. This large art print is going above the sofa. And this is a really great hack actually, because large art prints can get pricey really quickly. So this is a downloadable art piece from Etsy. It cost $5 and then $30 to print at our local photo store. And this frame was $20 from the thrift store. Great bargain, looks awesome. I'm also gonna try this new way of hanging it. James actually told the whole team about these. They're the 3M Claw drywall picture hangers. These ones hold 25 pounds and they're really easy. I think you just like pop them in the wall, literally, like you just pop them in. They come with these spot markers, but I already know where I'm hanging the print, so let's try it together. The instructions literally just said like push it in. There's no chance that this is brick, do you think? Okay. Ooh, that was so easy. This sconce is from Mitzi. How perfect does it look in here? I'm going with a battery-powered light bulb, as this is a hardwired sconce. Now it's time to style these bookshelves. I'm using Andreanne's books that she left out for me and some little decor trinkets. Okay, it is time for the finishing touches. Just want to preface this by saying HomeSense really popped off with these finishing touches, let me tell you. Well, you'll see. I'm starting by styling the mantle with this flower lamp. This is a HomeSense find. Starting strong, like I said, they really popped off. It's so perfect here. Placing a stack of books and a candle. I'm placing this cute bobbin frame and this adorable Bambi match holder that Andreanne already had. I'm turning on the TV with some peony art. Hanging this cute wavy mirror in this corner just to make this room feel a bit bigger. This was also a HomeSense find. Placing these cute cushions from Agnes Store Goods on Etsy. These really just complete the sofa. I'm adding a throw blanket to the chair. Lastly, placing this coffee table book and a bouquet of wildflowers in a jug. It is time to bring Andreanne in for the reveal. Okay, close your eyes.
Okay, my eyes are closed.
Okay, before you open your eyes, can you walk me through what your little living room looked like before?
It was white, really stark, really cold, and empty.
Yes, and your inspo was so beautiful. On the count of 3, you're gonna open your eyes, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I'm speechless. It's so beautiful. I honestly can't believe it's the same room. I feel like I'm going to cry. The fireplace. I don't understand how you did this. It's so cool. Did you find this vintage?
Yeah, on Facebook.
So perfect. And this wallpaper
Isn't it beautiful?
is so perfect.
I know.
And I'm so glad you went for pink.
I know. I couldn't resist the pink. You were like, pink's my comfort zone. I'm like, same.
I knew you were going to nail it. I knew you were on the same wavelength, but this is something else. You took like the inside of my brain and everything I love, like the striped linen and the ruffles and the fringe. Every detail is just perfection. I don't know how you do this. It doesn't feel real. I could never have imagined such a beautiful room. It's so perfect. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Oh You're welcome. I'm so grateful. I'm never going to be over this. This is so crazy.
Next up on AGTV, we have a studio fix coming at you. I'm really excited about this studio. We are turning it into a cozy, kind of mid-century modern style space. Lots of functional changes. You don't want to miss it. As always, I'll see you then. Bye. Okay, nice.
Sticks off the wall quite a bit. This thing. You know what I mean?
Which I think is fine. Like, you're not gonna really see it. Let me see from here. No.